I guess I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this test. Hold up. Okay. Maybe I should try another one. I don't believe it. Okay, one more time. I'll try one more time. Then it'll go negative. Go negative. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a mother. Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my last video. I will be doing more videos like that, so please send some emails if you can. I'll have the email address at the bottom of this video. Don't forget to add your subject, tell me where you're from, and please go into detail what's going on. If there are certain things in the email that you don't want me to share, please let me know in the email as well. So please don't be afraid to send me an email. I'm willing to help. My purpose here is to help you. But today I'm going to be talking about my experience being a pregnant woman and a single mom. Now, my intent is not to be messy or cause any drama towards the people that I involved in my video. I'm just here to share my experience, my emotions behind it, and ways to avoid yourself from being the same way that I was while I was pregnant. I mean, my goal isn't to control how you feel, because being pregnant it's a lot, and then you're gonna have some hormones you never had before that's gonna make it even more emotional. Basically, I'm just gonna tell my story on my pregnant life and my mother life. I hope you enjoy this video. Please do not be petty about it. Please do not cause anything. Like, my intent is not to cause anything between me and my child's father. Like, no, I'm not trying to do that. Especially if you know who it is, if you're watching this. I'm gonna tell my story, and I will try my best not to make it one-sided, because I know some people be like, he's not that bad of a person. I mean, he's not. And I'm really not trying to make it seem like he is. It's just that there are some things that happen in the duration of me being pregnant and before that just didn't really help the situation and my feelings towards the situation. So sit back, relax, watch carefully, listen carefully, and enjoy the video. So first I'm going to talk about how we met. It was through social media, and he approached me first. Around that time, I recently got out of a relationship, and I was hesitant about talking to him because I was trying to move on from my last relationship. I was trying to give myself time to heal from it, or give myself time to be me and enjoy myself while being single. But some things just don't go as planned. So he messaged me, he sent me his number, and I willingly sent him a message to his number and everything. So we had conversation. At first, I didn't really see him as someone I would be with, because I mean, I just got a relationship. I wasn't trying to be with anybody at that moment. It was until we actually went do something that made me actually like him. We went out. I wouldn't say out on a date because he didn't call it that, but we actually spent some time together outside of being on the phone. The time came when we actually went out, and I enjoyed it, and we had fun, and I was like, I actually really like this guy. Like, okay, cool. And then we got intimate, of course. Even though I set boundaries, I broke them. I mean, I couldn't help myself. And who really set boundaries and not break them? Like some people do it, some people don't. So don't quote me on that. Some people change their mind, and I changed my mind because I was starting to feel them like. But I kept stepping back from him because I just had this feeling that there was someone else in the picture. So I was in and out of talking to him. I was like, you know what? I want to stop. You know what? No. Come back because I want to talk to you again. Like, I was just all over the place because I was still trying to heal from my last relationship. I was just complicated, if we're being honest. Like, I really was. But again, he wasn't really expressive about how he felt about me either. So that kind of played a part too. And then he rejected me. And that kind of made me be hesitant as well. But down the line, I find out that he actually really liked me. And I just messed it up for myself. But it's alright. It's alright. God have other plans for me. For some reason, I think the Chris Brown concert started things up. Y'all know how I feel about Chris Brown. If y'all don't, that's my man. Let me stop saying that before y'all really think something wrong with me. But I was really feeling like conception happened during that time. What also occurred during that time was he was associating himself with an ex that he told me about when we started talking, and that kind of made me felt like I didn't have a chance because like people tend to go back to their exes, but I'm not one of them people, just saying. So I was like, he gonna go back to his ex. I'm not really trying to do this. So after the concert, everything was dwindling. Like, we wasn't talking as much. We were a little bit distant. I felt some type of way about it because I still had feelings for him. And it was just like, I'm just gonna cut him off. Like, me, if I don't like something, I'm gonna go. And I wanted to, but some things just changed that. I was overly emotional. I was depressed like hell. I was just like, what the heck is wrong with me? What the heck is wrong with me? And I couldn't put my finger on it until this one particular day, which was the day I found out. And I was just moody. I was just like, I hate everybody. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to cry. I was working 2 jobs at that time. And during my first job, I was just upset. I was just droopy. I was looking down. I was feeling down. And so I went to the back in the kitchen area and I decided to just cry. I just started crying. I was like, why am I crying? I just feel like crying. I'm in the mood to cry. I'm gonna cry. And I cried. I don't remember, but I felt like I left early. I don't know if I left early, but I was just like, I can't do it. I think I was upset the entire time of my shift, so I was just emotional that day. And then I get to my second job, and I just start bawling. Everybody looking at me like, what is wrong with you? And I kid y'all not, I was sitting there like, don't know, I don't know. And everybody like, what the heck is wrong with you? And I'm sitting there telling them I don't know, but I just want to bawl like somebody passed away or something. I'm just crying, like just crazy crying. And then I work with my sister. She was hugging me and trying to comfort me and calm me down, but I just couldn't control it. And then like later on, she looked at me and she was like, go take a test. When I heard those words, I was like,
take a test for what? I ain't pregnant. I ain't gonna take a test. like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it just because she said.
I listened to her. So my cousin, when I called her to pick me up, I was crying then. I was like, can you come pick me up? And she's like, what's wrong? I was like, I don't know, but can you come pick me up? So she picked me up, we went to the store. I am I am ranting on Twitter. I'm just going off. I'm just saying, if somebody's down, please check on them. Please do this. I just don't understand. I was just going off. One thing that kind of made my mood feel a little bit better was the fact that he texted me asking me if I was okay. And I was explaining to him, I was like, no, I'm not alright. Something's wrong. I was just upset and I was just going off. I was just losing it. So I got the test and we get back home. Now I'm still like upset. I don't know if I was still crying or not, but I took the test and then I waited. My cousin walked off to go talk on the phone. So when it was time to actually look at the pregnancy test, y'all, I looked at it and it was a faint line. It was a solid line and it was a faint one. And I was like, and tests like that I don't like because it's like it don't look accurate to me. Like, what does this mean? Because like, you know, the picture have two lines, but that faint line, you don't know what it is. So I call her and I'm like, come look at this please. She looks at it for a good 2 minutes. She said no, take the other one, because it was like a 2-pack. She's like, take the other one. She she went to the kitchen to get 2 bottles of water for me to drink, and I think I drank 1 bottle and I went crazy. I was like, oh my god, I was laughing the entire time. I was like, this can't be real, this can't be happening. But when I finally felt I had to pee, I took the other one. Now in the process of me waiting and waiting for me to pee and everything, my cousin was reading the instructions to see how to read the results or whatever. She was just flipping it, flopping it. She was going crazy. I was laughing. She was going crazy. She was like, this can't be real. No. Take the other one. I took it. This time I peed in the cup and I stuck the stick in there, and we waited and I flipped it over. So it was time to look again because I set a timer. She was like, you want to look or you want me to look? I said, you look. She looked at it and she said, you want to look? She flipped it over. It said positive. I said, you know what? Let's go get clear blue. That's the real one. We need to get the real one with the words to let you know that you pregnant or not. Go pick up my sister because I had to announce it to her. And I'm nervous. I'm like, bro, this is, I just can't register this. What? No. So I pick up my sister and I look at her and I'm like, I think I'm pregnant. The test came back positive, but I want to get the other one to make sure. She was crying. Like, I couldn't understand it, but she was like, I'm so happy for you. She was excited. And I'm like, you excited, but I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't want to be pregnant. Like, not right now. I don't have things situated right now. So we get to, and it's crazy because around that time, that's when I had to pee really bad. Like, all that water I had drank, I had to pee it out. So we run into Walgreens, and we hurry up and buy the test. And we run into the bathroom. We couldn't wait for me to get home because I had to go really bad. We get there, I take the test again, and you know the clear blue one, you have to wait for it to say pregnant, not pregnant. So I'm sitting there waiting. And then we waiting. And it said pregnant. Now before I took this test, I told my mom, and she was crying too. Cause she was like, my baby is pregnant. And we just found out that she was accepted into graduate school. She told me to take another test, and I did. Now, when I saw pregnant, I cried again. This time I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. I am really pregnant. What am I going to do? And then I told my mom again, and she was like, okay. Everybody was calm, which was weird to me. Because, like, every time I would just randomly just think, If I was to get pregnant, my family would be very disappointed. And when I tell you, not many people was disappointed, which was shocking to me. But I think that's because I'm 25, I've graduated from college, and I'm working, so it should be okay. But some people were like, are you sure you want to do this? I think you should abort the baby. Knowing me, I don't believe in abortions, but I was contemplating it because of the situation I was in with my child's father. As you can see, I did keep him because I had to ask God what I should do in this situation, and he told me to keep him, and I did. And it is a blessing. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that I'm so proud of myself for keeping my child, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't be living at this point. I'm sorry, I keep looking at him. He is so precious. I can't wait for you to meet him. Hey. Uh-oh. I'm happy that I kept my baby. He has been making me sane ever since he's been here. And it is such a wonderful thing to be a mom. I know some people don't think they could do it, but for me, I don't believe in it for myself. Like, obviously I wouldn't do it. It was just a thought, and I hate that I even thought about that. But that's how it was. Like, I was thinking about my situation, and then with me being a child where her father is out of state and her parents were never married, of course I was going to feel that way, because I didn't want my child to be in that situation, even though he kind of is. But it's okay, as long as things are worked out and he still has his father in his life, I'm fine with that. I am 100% fine with that, because that's all that matters. And I'm kind of upset that I even had it in my mind that I didn't want my child to have certain things when it comes to his father because of our situation. So as I have overcame postpartum depression, I decided that I need to not think about whatever my child's father is doing, because it's none of my business, and I need to worry about my child. And then the only thing that I should be concerned about is my child having his father in his life, and that's it. It took me a minute to move on, but I did. When I told him I was pregnant, he was in shock. He was in shock for a while. But in his head, he was like, is it mine? And it kind of hurt me, because one, I wouldn't put myself in a situation where I'd have to see who's my baby for. Like, no, I can't put myself through that. And two, why think that when we were the only two that was together at the time? But thinking about it, it's understandable why he felt that way due to personal reasons. It was just how it was done that was just bothering me, and I'm not gonna speak on that because that's none of y'all business. But I just wish some things were different, and that we acted differently upon a lot of things when it came to my child, our child. I'm sorry. When it came to our child, I just feel like things should have been done differently on both of our ends, not just his, mine too. While I was pregnant, during my first trimester, I was severely depressed because of the situation. We were both single. We were both single. We weren't considering a relationship due to the boundaries we had set. And most importantly, he didn't want me. And I had to force it out of him to tell me that he didn't want me. And it kind of hurt me, because I've had it in my mind that I wanted to be with you. But that was only because I still had some lingering feelings due to my last relationship and something else that occurred after I ended my relationship. So there was a lot of things that pained me to the point where I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. This need to be done. This and this. Just me being emotional about the situation. I had to talk to a counselor. I had to get counseling. I had to do something because I was at the verge. I was so close to saying I cannot do this and actually do something to where I couldn't do it, because our situation was that deep to me. The most I can tell you guys is that caused me to be emotional was the fact that he went back to the ex I was referring to earlier. I was being a little too observant and I found some things I didn't want to find and I hurt myself. But again, he wasn't communicating to me that he was involved with her again. I had to find out on my own. That's not fair. That's not fun. That's not cool. But I found the answers that I was looking for. So although I was upset, I gave myself a chance to be like, you know what? Whatever you had in your head, let it disappear. Ignore it. I'm gonna let y'all know that's the hardest thing to do, because sometimes it still pop up back in my head. So I went to counseling, which helped me a little bit better with my emotions. Although I did fuss with a lot of people. I was very angry while pregnant because I projected all my anger towards the people that helped me, when that anger was toward the person who didn't help me, which was my child's father. He wasn't attentive like I wanted him to be. And that was because he was doing things with his ex, or should I say his girlfriend now. It affected me emotionally and I was just like pissed. I was like, I'm angry, and I told people that. And I'm kind of hurt that I did that towards the people that were actually there for me, because they didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve that treatment. They should have been praised and thanked and appreciated for what they've done to me while I was pregnant. But no, it was the complete opposite. But that was because I was overly emotional. I was enraged with anger. I just couldn't believe what was being done to me. I didn't think I would experience something like this. Not only was I severely depressed, I was also not eating. I was slowly losing weight and my baby was losing weight, so I had to find ways to get out of this emotional stage and eat again. Well, I have, and I was eating like crazy. I was good. Like, I kept going to counseling. I had my doula to help me get through things. And I had my family supporting me. So I was okay. I was getting better. And I also prayed a lot. And praying really works. I prayed so much. I did my positive affirmations aloud. I made sure that my depression wasn't beating me down for the sake of my baby. I wanted him to be here with me, so I tried my hardest to do things to keep him healthy. But there was still moments where I was hurt, crying, depressed, angry. It all had an effect, because it wasn't going to go away. But then it was time to get my glucose test, and then I later discovered that I had gestational diabetes. So that kind of affected my emotions as well, because not only do I have to try to hide my feelings toward this situation, I have to keep myself healthy for my baby. And I also had high blood pressure. So everything, it was all a crazy thing for me. I had to exercise, I had to eat right, I had to watch my carbs, I had to check my blood pressure, check my sugar and everything to make sure that my baby was going to be okay. And it's crazy because I was more concerned of him than I was of myself. When I should which I should have been like, Aubrei, this is your health as well. Like, I know you're trying to keep your baby healthy, but your life is on the line as well. So both of our lives were on my mind heavy. I was like, I can't keep getting depressed. I can't keep focusing on the wrong things. I have to worry about me and my baby. And I had to tell myself, it's just you and your baby. And I remember talking to my grandma. I'm getting emotional, I'm sorry. I kept telling my grandma that I didn't want to be alone when I had my baby. And the way she talked to me, it kind of made me emotional because she was like, well, you're going to be alone. And on top of that, it's going to be just about you, your baby. It's not going to be about you anymore. And that kind of hurt my feelings because in my life, I've always wanted people to see me for me. And the moment I get pregnant, that's when people are like here. That's when they're talking to me. And I felt alone even though they were communicating with me. I still felt alone. So when she said that to me, it kind of made me upset. But I'm good now. Just when I was sentimental, man. I'm just playing. All in all, I made sure I was okay for me and my baby. And I was. Until I find this out. Now this might make me cry. I'm sorry. So it was a nice day this day. And I was exercising. And that day I was in a good mood. I was like, nothing can ruin this day for me. Nothing. So I was exercising, talking to my mom, laughing. And I get a ding to my phone. So I looked at it. And it said, not to blindside you, but I'm going to propose to her. Y'all, I was livid. I was hurt. And I was very, very emotional. I was crying. I cried myself to sleep. I kept asking, why is this happening to me? Give me a second. I'm sorry, I got emotional, but I didn't explain to you that I did not want to have a child outside of wedlock. You go and decide to, one, go back to somebody you left, and then you propose to her after like a few months of being with her, and then after you find out that I'm pregnant. I don't know what make men do stuff like that, like not caring about what they are doing to someone else's feelings, but that's unfair. That's not cute. That is very disrespectful. That is rude. Why do that? Why? That I think about it a lot. I think to myself, what is it about me that people just like mistreat, like they just mistreat me? Why do I get men in my life who waste my time? But then over the course of years, I have figured it out. It's because I'm rushing myself. And my mom is yelling. So hopefully you can hear me over her. But I've been rushing myself. I've been dreaming of having a wedding, being married, a proposal, a lot of things I've wanted for myself. But when I rush things, the end result is not good. So don't rush anything. Take your time. Go with the flow. Let it be what it is. Don't fantasize. Don't daydream. Don't rush. Just don't do it. Like, have faith. Don't have hope. Because hope will get you to hell. High hopes will always go down. And I'm high hopes will go down. Not all of them, but some. Or should I say majority of them. Don't have high hopes for a lot of things. I had high hopes of being with him, but that was because I was pregnant. Everything I wanted was only because I was pregnant. Before that, I didn't see myself with him. Before that, I wasn't too emotional about it. But once I got pregnant, those emotions were just stacking till I couldn't stack anymore. They were weighing on me. Like, they were literally on my shoulders, weighing me down, putting me down, and tried to keep me down. But I wasn't letting it happen. I couldn't. I didn't need to. Like, I shouldn't have. So I've done a lot of things. I've done a lot of research to see if it was official, to see if this was actually happening, and everything was confirmed. I got the answers again. Even in the back of my head, I had hope when I shouldn't have. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be a family. But thinking about it, I was like, why was I thinking about this? And I'm not even with this guy, or we even thought about being together. Like, why was this even a thought? But that's me being hopeless romantic. That's me being a person of love. That's me being someone who doesn't like to be alone. I'm alone now, but I'm not lonely. I have my child, and I'm so thankful for him. Like, I'm so happy to have him, y'all. He is the greatest thing to me. All the times I've been depressed, all the times I've been emotional, and having my baby here, I feel better. Like, I thank God every day. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I never thought I'd see myself crying on camera, but I've made one of the best decisions in my life, and that was to keep my baby. He is so precious. I really can't wait for y'all to meet him, but I'm waiting for good reasons. So when I had my baby, I did have postpartum depression, but it was only because I was thinking about him. I was thinking about my baby. And then his father at the same time. I was thinking about my baby. I was scared for his health because he was born underweight for an average baby, and I had to get a C-section because his heart rate was dropping, so I had to make sure he was okay. And he was so tiny, so I was scared. I was worried because of, like, I kept thinking about SIDS. I kept thinking about him having some type of health problem, or his weight wasn't gonna come up. He wasn't gonna gain weight or anything. He was gonna be sick. And then this pandemic did not help it either. So I was worried. I was scared. I was like, I don't want anybody around my baby unless it's immediate family. And then his father. But other than that, my baby is healthy. He is good. I'm proud of myself because not only am I taking care of a child, I am being more mature about the situation as well. There was a lot of things that I was being bitter about in the past, but that was because I was emotional still out. It was still on my mind heavy. And now, like, I really want to, like, improve on this co-parenting thing. I want to make sure that my child's father is in his life all the time. Like with me not having my dad around because he's out of state is tough. So it's like I want my child to have his father in his life more than I had mine in my life. And he's a boy, so a boy needs his dad in his life. So I need that for him. And that's all that mattered to me. So I'm approaching things differently. So I would hope that people are not viewing me as a bitter mom, because there were some things that I just felt iffy about and was worried about, but I kind of don't see myself as being a bitter baby mom or whatever people call it. I don't even call myself that because that's like a derogatory term to me. Like, that's not cute to be called that. So I am my child's mother. I am a mother. I'm a mom. And I hope that his father sees me as my child's mother and not baby mama. Because I don't see him as baby dad. Like, no. We are two parents working together to raise our child without being together. And that's all I want. We don't have to be in a relationship. I've been content with him moving on and finding someone to love and cherish and be with. Now I'm just waiting for my turn. Somebody out there gonna like me, gonna appreciate me, love my laugh, love that I'm not ladylike. Just love me for me. Somebody out there, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna rush anymore because that effed me up. That got me in some situations. So I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pray on it. And other than that, I'm gonna tell you that although things were a little bit shaky and stuff between me and my child's father, he's not a bad person. I'm not trying to paint a bad picture on him, so I don't want y'all to think that I am or trying to based on my video. I just want y'all to understand my side. I mean, I don't know his side. He didn't really talk to me emotionally, so I can't really go off of anything that he say or whatever. But he has been there for there were times where I would need him and he was there until he got back with his ex. They were more focused on them rather than him trying to be here with me. But he were at appointments. He did what he needed to do as far as being a father. So don't come for me saying you're being petty or rude or whatever. No, I'm really not trying to do that. But I wish positivity on our situation. I try to make sure that we don't have any problems when it comes to there's a lot of things that I'm trying to avoid when it comes to me and his father's situation. I really try to avoid all conflict, all drama, all of it. If you see this, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna take it, but yeah. That's all I really have to say. I love being a mother. I love taking care of my child. I am in a better place. I'm going to strive a little bit more while I have my child so he can see what it's like to be successful. I'm going to work hard to make sure that I raise a man. Raise someone who can respect others even when he's disrespected. I will try my best to be a great mom. I will try my hardest not to mess this up. Because if I fail to be a mom to my son, I failed myself. That's one of my goals. For all the women who are pregnant or have children already, I hope this video kind of help you in your situation, if you have a situation. And I personally want to say props to you for being a great mother to your children or child. Props to you for handling your situations maturely and for allowing your children to see their father or fathers, if that's you. But if it's not you and you kind of blocked your children from seeing their father because of y'all situation, I would say work on that for yourself. Like, think about how it's affecting your children, because if you pay attention, having one parent out of your life can affect you emotionally, physically sometimes, and mentally. Be careful what you say around your children. Be careful what you do around your children when it comes to having new people in your lives. And I want to personally send props to the fathers out there who are actually trying their best to be there for their children, aside from what's going on between you and your children or child's father. And keep doing what you're doing. If you can't seem to get in touch with your children because of the mother, the best I can tell you is pray on it and hope that God can help you get closer to your children and find ways for you to communicate with your children. Because I know it's tough. And then I know it's going to be the other way around too. Like, mothers can't see their children because the father that took them away. Pray on it. Pray on it. Ask God to help you get through this. And tell yourself that you will get to it. You will see your children. And it may take years, it may take 2 weeks, it may take a month. Just know that you will be able to see your children. You will be able to get through to your child's other parent. That way y'all can work something out so y'all children can have both the parents in their lives. And I want to personally say that I'm proud of y'all for those who are actually thinking about their child and not themselves. And I want to say I am proud of the fathers and mothers actually being together for the sake of the children. Well, not for the sake of the children, but just showing love to your children, showing that it's possible to have both your parents together in one home, in one piece, together as one big happy family. Props to y'all. Props to the new moms. And to the new moms that are pregnant now, you can do this. I don't know what situation you're in, but I'm pretty sure you can get through to it. Just think about yourself. Think about what you can do for your child. Think about your child's well-being and future when it comes to having an absent parent. All in all, think about this. Our children is our future. They can change this world, but you have to let them change this world. You have to show them that this world is not always dangerous, not always negative, not always a problem. Let them know that this world could change if they can make it change. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and thank you for your support. And to those who are watching that helped me get through my problems while I was pregnant, thank you. Thank you to Kayla, we actually got pregnant together. Yeah. So we actually helped each other get through our pregnancies. So I want to shout you out and thank you so much for being there for me, for supporting me, for being a great friend. Thank you to Bianca for being a great friend, for helping me get through some things and telling me your experience as a mother. I want to say thank you to my sister, my cousins, and my mother. Oh, I want to thank them so much. They've been there with me from day one. I want to thank Earl for being there for my baby and for me. That is why I gifted you to be my child's godfather. I want to thank Aisha for helping me get through my pregnancy and telling me her experience as a mother. I'm really trying to think of all the people that helped me get through this. Thank you, Ariel, for telling me your experience and for being there for me. Thank you, Jamie, for being there for me, for helping me get through it. Thank you, Rolanda. Thank you, Anthony, for being there for me. Thank you for my co-workers who were there for me and checking on me. Thank you for my family who's been checking on me and making sure that I'm good. Thank you, Gorgina Gore. I really appreciate you. You're one of the moms that I told first. And like telling you kind of made me feel a little bit appreciative and better about my situation, because you're a mom just like me that had to go through something like that, and I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much. If you know that you helped me get through my pregnancy and that you gave me advice on my situation and that you were there, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. I really needed y'all. I really needed y'all. And I really appreciate y'all for stepping up and for actually being there for me when I needed you. And just thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful. I'm grateful for everyone. I'm really grateful. Like, I'm in a better place. I'm really in a better place. Like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please share my video. Share it to all the mothers that you know, all the pregnant women that you know. Let them know that they can do it. They can be a mom. It comes so natural. It comes naturally, y'all. Y'all can do it. If you have any issues and you want me to talk about something as far as like pregnancy tips or how to help you get through to your pregnancy, just email me and I will help you get through it. I think that's it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And don't forget to be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, stay blessed, and get some rest.